for a minute, so
What's
can't be
going
mad.
on, everybody? This is the Zone 18 podcast. We back for another installment. I'm pissed off. If you've been watching wrestling lately, there's a lot of things been going on that I am just not going to agree with. You know what I mean? But as always, I got to introduce you to my panel of people. We got my man Ahmad right there, Ghost Legend in the building.
What's up? How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Then we got Rainy Days again from the Level Podcast. Them about like geek and pop culture. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Rain.
Hey guys, well, he said that I'm Rainy Days from Level Podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to us on YouTube at the Level Podcast team. We just got over 100 subs, so shout out to us. Our work pays off. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Rainy Days _ I'm funny, what the fuck WWE, ladies and geek and pop culture. I'm sure to get the pot stirring. I don't give a fuck about nobody's opinion but mine. So yeah.
That's she finished today. You feel me? I just want
We
to
throwing
let you
shots.
guys know. If you guys don't know, yesterday was actually 1 year of the Zone 18 podcast since our first recording. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Ooh, 1 year anniversary.
I said 1 year. I looked at something and I said, holy moly. I said, we made it a year. You know what I mean? God damn. You know what I mean? We had some people to fall off. You know what I mean? But we made it a year. You know what I mean? So, again, I want you guys to like, subscribe, and follow us on TikTok. All like and subscribe us on YouTube also. Because if you guys don't keep sharing and love, we can't keep doing these videos. But let's go into the BS of the last 9 days. I'm gonna say the 9-day BS. You know what I mean? I call it the 9-day BS. You know what I mean?
He said we ain't talking about none of the champions at first. We just gonna get to the BS. I like it.
No. So we're going straight to you had Night of Champions where Cody Rhodes was dethroned, you know what I mean, by Sami Zayn. You know what I mean? They had my man Sami Zayn in the streets of Saudi Arabia riding around with the title in his car. You know what I mean? That was his bit. I mean, Tupac gave him a bit. It was him and his boat. You feel me? They was riding everywhere, right? My man had parades in Atlantic City, you know what I mean? To basically coming in 9 days later to lose the belt to Ray Days' favorite man, CM Punk. You know what I mean? Now,
Wrestler.
granted,
I respect them.
we knew it was some BS from the jump. Whereas Nick Aldis wasn't there. You had Scrap Daddy, you know what I mean, telling him Sami Zayn that he had to defend his belt live on Raw. Off the muscle that did not make sense was why was he defending his belt that's on SmackDown on Raw for no legitimate reason? Okay. Then they had a number one contenders match. It was Cody versus Jey Uso. You know what I mean? Jey Uso loses. Cody wins again, right? So what's the first thing we say in our mind? Oh, here go the bullshit. They put the belt back on this boy QB1. You know what I mean? Then he basically gets taken out last night on Raw. So then, oh my God, we have to call somebody. So he's making phone calls. They just happen to be in Chicago. So then, who shows up? Nobody other than Pepsi Phil, CM Punk. You know what I mean?
Your recount
Shows
of
up.
events is horrible, man.
Hey, because I'm
You
just
give
pissed
so
right
many
now.
details between now and I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm
You got
pissed.
missing
You
some
know what I
things.
mean?
It's okay.
So Pepsi Phil comes in. You know what I mean? They didn't even tell us who it was going to be, but we figured it out. The garage door opens. It's Pepsi Phil. Now, granted, the match was a decent match. I'm not going to lie. The match was entertaining. CM Punk and Sami Zayn. I put a little respect on Sammy's name because Sammy does does have matches, But did he deserve to lose his belt?
Yes.
Hell no. 9 days? You know what I mean? 9 days? You know what I mean?
Never had the belt.
They gave it to him for no reason. They said, "Listen, damn, here, damn, we tired of you complaining." And 9 days later, they said, "Give it back."
If shut up in here was a meme, it would be Sami Zayn.
Literally, literally, like,
God
oh my God!
damn.
All right, you've been here for 20 years. Here's a title. Have it for 9 days.
You only been
All right.
whining for the last year since you started the podcast. He's been whining.
Yes.
Like,
He's been whining for 1 year, exactly.
he's
You know what I mean?
technically he's been whining since WrestleMania 40. Technically, so he's been whining for a while now.
If you want to get technical on it.
If you want to be technical, that's what's pissing me off about this. Everybody, oh, I can't believe Sammy got treated like this. I guess we forgot who Sami Zayn was for the last 2 years, but it's cool. Or the last 6 months.
I just felt like, when they say transitional champion, he just the fuck as a transaxles. I mean, he's really a transitional champion. You know what I mean? Like, he should be the face of that shit.
I told you he's the Mick Foley of today's wrestling. And y'all thought I was playing when I said that. But now it makes sense. Because he's about to become a bad guy. We already know Sam's about to go heel.
Yeah, he about to snap at this point. He already is coming out with it. For me, it's like, yeah, should Sammy have gotten like a little bit of a longer reign? Maybe like another week or so. Let him actually defend it on SmackDown. Let him do something with it, or at least take it into SummerSlam. So it's like, okay, hand changing there makes sense and everything like that. But for man to come on Monday Night Raw just to be like, hey, Sammy, guess what? You're fighting. Hey, guess what?
Oh, so everybody talking bullshit. That's what you said? You know what I mean?
I really am. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. That's what I feel like. And all of a sudden, everybody in the world became Sami Zayn fans.
Nah, what it is Dan Housen, they cursed us.
I got so many things. I'm about to clear the fuck out of Sami Zayn. I'm obviously dealing with the bullshit of people on social media because I don't feel not one bad bit about Sami Zayn.
I mean, I think what it is we all felt like it was just a waste of time. You know what I mean? It just felt like a waste of time for Sammy to get the belt and then lose it. That's just a waste.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Think about it this way. Wasn't we all just asking for something unexpected, crazy, different than what we've been seeing on the last year or so on WWE? Okay. Wasn't we asking for somebody like you, classic Vince-them, classic WWE bullshit that every week is a new game or gimmick? Like, wasn't we just all asking for that? So
yeah, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. You're telling the truth because I was about to say, I was the same one sitting here saying, why do people have these long title reigns? What happens to people just dropping the belt? What happened to this and that? And then, so that lets me know that clearly somebody's listening to me. You know what I mean? Because some of the bullshit is going on. Every time I talk about something, you feel me? Something kind of happens. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Sammy, though. Okay. I'm not a Sami Zayn fan at all. But come on, they could at least give the boy to SummerSlam, as I was alluding to. You know what I mean? At least give him the SummerSlam.
You're right. I agree. They could have gave Sami Zayn until SummerSlam to have that belt. Or at least until the next SmackDown. I do agree with that. But it's like CM Punk deserved that belt. I don't care how nobody feels. Logically,
let's go. Look at it this way too. I'm not mad that Punk won it at all. Like, yeah, Punk can hold a title reign. He's a great champion. We knows he could be a great champion. I'm just mad of how quickly they decided to jump ship and go, you know what, Sammy? Fuck it, we don't care about you like that much anymore. And we're not gonna let you hold it.
This is what happened. I think originally it was going to pan out that Cody was going to win that belt. And everybody was predicting that shit. So they decided to throw something else in the wrench. And the surprising fact is nobody's upset at Gunther. Not one person is upset at Gunther, and he's the reason Cody wasn't in the match to begin with. Not only did he not get suspended after attacking the general manager, but nobody say anything about Gunther. But hey, ain't never Gunther.
Listen, that Jeremy gonna do what he wants to, all right? They even tried to put shackles on that man. He just comes back even angry and starts beating people up. You see what happened to Cody? Cody was just minding his own business, talking to Sammy like, hey, let the best man win. All of a sudden, he got power bombed through a table and then his head kicked into a door. Like, what do you want from him?
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
you suspend him, he gonna come back and beat your ass.
I think the problem is, though, there's no story to it, right? So think about it. It was you know how we're used to or accustomed to now these feuds that go on and then something happens. Literally, Sammy, how the fuck was CM Punk not the number one contender? Never ain't been there since WrestleMania, but then he comes in and gets a title shot and then wins the belt.
He
I think that's the
said it.
issue.
He said it to Cody on his last time at SmackDown, that you never know when the shot is going to fall into my lap. If that wasn't simmering, I don't know what is. Like, he said it. He said it to everybody on TV. We all forgot about that moment that him and Cody had right before Punk took his break, right? He only been gone for 3 months. All this part-time bullshit, get that out of here, because when he was defending the title for the last year, it was none of that, right? We was okay when Roman Reigns wanted to come back from being a part-time, go win Royal Rumble, go to WrestleMania, and get a title. But CM Punk come back in his hometown after taking a break from emotional turmoil over the last 6 months, and now he's the bad guy? Y'all gotta get out of here with that bullshit. I ain't sipping none of that Kool-Aid y'all drink. Y'all drinking Triple H Kool-Aid tonight. Everybody in the world like, damn, Paul, you had to do CM Punk like that. I'm saying like that. I thought you hated CM Punk. Now CM Punk did the same thing that everybody else does. He's the bad guy.
Oh. Listen.
Look into my eyes. What do you see? You know,
Roman wasn't the bad guy, right? Roman was cool. He was the one who needed to save the company, right? But they've been feeling bullshit with Sammy and Cody and Gunther for the last 6 weeks. Punk come in, pop. Not only did he pop, he rocked the house in Chicago. Sold out tickets.
But that's his hometown, though. But that's the cheat code, though. Like, that's the cheat code to me. You let the man win in his hometown. Of course, the crowds are going to.
Did you pause again? See, that's why every time he talk about bullshit, he gets cut off. Every time he saw bullshit, he gets cut.
Like I said, I'm not mad Punk won the title. Listen, we're not mad about it. Yes, we're in Chicago. He's going to go out. That crowd's going to pop for him. Not mad about it. Like I said, for me, let Sammy just get it a little bit longer. Shit, Punk could come back fucking during SummerSlam, come back, make a pop right there, run with the title, jump in the crowd again, and everything like that. We wouldn't have given a fuck, but it's the fact that this man only had 9 days. For like 8 of them, he was out partying and all that stuff. He took one. He took 1 day coming back to on SmackDown, like, "Hey, I'm here now." He got told, "Hey, get your ass on Monday so you can lose his belt real quick," and that's the end of that. It's just like.
Then he came out on SmackDown. He was talking about, don't I get to choose who I face at SummerSlam? He wasn't going to defend that title until SummerSlam. Y'all already know Y'all already know what kind of game Sammy's about to play. He was not about to defend that title until SummerSlam.
He's the last good guy.
Yeah, he would have been like, I'm just going to wait until the right person comes along. But again, I just said to somebody, where was that energy with Carmelo when he lost his championship to Sammy right before WrestleMania?
Oh, I was pissed. I was just like, "Hey, this is some bullshit." But we already knew that was gonna. We just knew that was gonna happen. It's the same cycle with Chad Gable, Carmelo Hayes, pretty much Drew McIntyre. If we want to go back there, man's lost his belt in like 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And I was sitting there like, "Damn, we can't let him have like at least a week with that motherfucker."
Sami Zayn is not the first victim of short titlery or buffoonery from WWE. It just so happens that he may be, like I said, it sucks that it's only been 9 days. I really agree with that. Like, that part did suck. I really didn't think Punk was going to win the title. I really thought they was going to have Cody win and him and Punk go to SummerSlam.
That's what I was expecting to be a feud. There's going to be Punk and Cody at SummerSlam, and Punk takes it off of Cody. Cody finally becomes Homelander Cody that we've been asking for like, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years now, and everything would have been fine. But like I said, Punk winning, shout out to CM Punk. We already know what he's gonna do with the championship. He's gonna be there for a little bit. He's gonna fight, long as he doesn't get injured again or blow out another arm or anything like that, like he did before. But after that, it's just Sammy got the short end of the stick. It sucks for him, yeah. Could let my man hold it until SmackDown or something.
Karma's a bitch. When he was trolling Trick Williams for 5 weeks straight, ain't nobody was saying nothing. When he was in the back talking to a slug on the wall.
But here's the thing: when he was
trolling Cody,
when he was trolling Trick Williams, Trick wasn't dropping that title. We was like, yeah, Sammy ain't winning that bitch. You can fight the gingerbread man all you want to. You not winning that title.
mad trolling he been doing. Somebody to put him on the bridge. Sorry.
Hey,
he can't say that he's not a champion. Technically he is. 9 days, 9 hours, 5 minutes, 5 days. It is what it is.
You just don't like Sammy, huh?
No. I don't like Wani Zayn. I don't like that version. I like Sammy. The Sami Zayn I saw at WrestleMania 40, that was the Sammy I can get behind. The Honorary Uce, that's the Sammy I can get behind. Wani Zayn, who he's been for the last relatively 8 months, I can't get with.
The last good guy. She doesn't like the last good guy, Sammy.
No. No. He done won his way into title shot after title shot after title shot. You talking about how CM Punk just came? The nigga, I mean say that. Sorry, I think I forgot you talking. He done won his way into all these title shots, Intercontinental, Tag Team. He just won it. He's like, I can't believe nobody want to give me a chance. Like.
Speaking of the tag team, now that got brought up and everything like that.
The real bullshit of the night.
The bullshit of the night.
If I ever see Maxine Dupree, I'm kicking her in the kneecaps. That's all I gotta say.
So
getting drop kicked in the kneecaps.
So Ray, I need you to set that scene for everybody about the loss of the Street Profits, man.
So, man, this is the real bullshit of the night. So,
there's been a lot of it. But
talking about 9-day championship. 9 days of being champion. So, for over like the last couple of months, the WWE has been building up this secret love relation, whatever this is.
Secret lovers, that's what they are.
Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory. You know, they was in the closet, they was in the corner, they was in the cut, they was everywhere, but in plain sight, right? So, you know, last week we had the whole thing where he basically told her she had to choose between him and Chad Gable, and she made her choice. So the Street Profits go running back against the Vision again. Somebody on social media said the Vision was the best tag team in a long while. I laughed so hard.
Shit, we didn't kill them.
Because what?
No.
Delete your Twitter account. Whoever said that, delete it right now.
Matter of fact, we need to call police on their ass because that's some bullshit.
It was some bullshit. So it was a good match. The match was popping. Like, they was all over the place. Like, you know, Dawkins, Ford, everybody, you know, was doing what they needed to do. And this little bitch right here, now I know how Becky feel. Now I know how Becky feels. This little bitch, Maxine, come out the woodwork in all black and then going to go ahead and lowball my man in the middle of the ring. Nobody saw nothing, though, as always. And then
reference to distracted with Logan Paul.
Finally still deal with Kiss. Austin Theory. Y'all should have saw Braun. I got a picture of Braun Breaker. He was surprised. He didn't know what the fuck. I mean, he never know what's going on. But, you know.
He got too many concussions to know what's going on. That's the problem. That fight with Seth Rollins messed his head up a little bit.
I was so pissed. I just was walking through the house just fucking screaming and shit. Because I just felt like, what the fuck, man? Like, you know, like...
No, you know who I feel bad for?
The black people can't do nothing. The black people can't hold belts. You know what I mean?
But I feel bad for Tozawa and Otis because they walked out the woodwork, looked at Maxine Dupree and said, so what we know? We just chop liver out here? Like, you don't care about us no more? They were so hurt. You could tell in their face. They was like, oh, man, we just got betrayed without getting betrayed.
They came running from the back like, oh.
They was so sad. They was like, so we not 100% pure babe anymore? Like, what's happening? I mean,
not anymore.
They got done so dirty. I sat back and I was just like,
I think they're going to set up Austin eventually, like probably Austin Theory versus Chad. Like that would probably be, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna try to get Chad Gable to be Intercontinental Champion, so that way they can set up Austin Theory versus Chad, so that Maxine Dupree really has to choose between Chad and Austin Theory. And I'm letting Chad know right now, big dog, you better keep one eye open. You better be looking around the ring for her. If she come in, hit her with a German suplex or several, because she gonna cost you a title.
She gonna cost you a title. I mean,
she gonna cost you a title.
at least she, leveled up. That's all. She moved one step closer in the WWE. I mean, if you can't beat them doing them right,
Hey, I mean,
you
that is
can't
the
be mad
motto.
at them.
I know you can be mad at her. You can be mad as much as you want to right now. I'm still mad at her. I keep thinking back on it. I'm like, oh, you dirty bitch. You just out here scheming on people, huh? That's what we doing now. We going with Austin Theory. Man is balled up here. Barely got anything right here. What you seeing them? I don't see it. Oos, what's going on?
Yeah,
What's happening?
yeah, my man Paul Heyman was like, at least somebody did something right for once in this group.
And it
He was
wasn't even
starting
any
to
of them.
he was starting to rethink the equation. It wasn't adding up.
He got Brock Lesnar back. He said,
You don't need him.
I don't need y'all. I'm not here for it. We got
Yeah,
Brock back in the
definitely.
building now.
Yeah, definitely. Since he got Brock now, he not worried about division, man. Like,
I
and then
honestly think
that's
Paul Heyman is going to go to Obafemi. I think that's what's going
You
to
think
happen.
Oba's gonna be a Brock Lesnar? No, it's
Yeah,
gonna be a Paul
not a
Heyman
Brock
guy.
Lesnar. I don't think he's going to be a Brock Lesnar because remember, let's not downplay because we also got the Roman Reigns side of Paul Heyman. We
That
got
is
the
true.
Seth Rollins side of Paul Heyman. We got a lot of people that Paul Heyman and orchestrated over the years. So I don't think he's going to be the Brock Lesnar, but I think that something about this whole, back and forth is going to lead Paul Heyman to become his wise man in a different way that will eventually lead us to hopefully over versus Roman. Because I want to talk about that bullshit. The bullshit
that's
of
what
the
I
King of
say
the Ring.
too. Like, I don't understand what was the whole point of King of the Ring if he decided
He's
he
going
just
to be
gonna do
like
what he
Money in the
wanted to
Bank.
do.
Bro, got attacked one time. He said, "You know what? Titles come and go. I'm going to go fight Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell. Like, if you don't go get your title,
If you don't go get a title, like, what are you talking
if you don't
about?
leave Brock Lesnar back there to be Brock Lesnar and just go get a title and not worry about all this mess." I was like, all right. So we had Jay lose for no reason. Then we had Oba win just for it to be like, because at that point we could have seen Jay versus Cody. Jay could have got a title. He could have lost the field. We'd been straight. We'd been happy. We've been eating news, and now all of a sudden we got to sit here and wait another week and a half to watch Oba family hopefully go for a title. We know he's going to be Roman Reigns as long as Roman beats Seth Rollins. Which at this point, if Roman doesn't beat Seth Rollins, what the fuck is the point? But
Or they could have just gave it to Seth Rollins. Like, I mean, I would like Jay to win, but for all that, they could have just gave it to Seth Rollins. That's the problem. They spent so much time on that damn Vision storyline with him and
Yeah,
Braun Breaker that it messed up the King of the Ring. Because it's not that Oba didn't deserve to win King of the Ring. It's just that it makes no story sense for him to win something that he was not going to cash in. That was literally meant to be cashed in at SummerSlam. They said it every
mhm.
week of the tournament. So if they were just gonna have eventually Seth versus Roman, they should have just had Seth win. Like it just didn't make. Then Seth was awesome. Like, hey, yeah, now I'm done over there. By the way, Roman, remember me? You still technically you got my title because I didn't lose it. I had to
Yeah.
I,
forfeit.
It
I had
doesn't
to
make
let it
sense.
go.
Like it makes no. They got a lot of bullshit going on.
It's a lot of pieces there that aren't fitting together. They just kind of going, you know what?
We're
It's
gonna make it.
here. We gonna make
Like
it
a
work
dot.
somehow. If it walks like a
Something
duck
like the
and it
Sky
quacks like a
People.
duck, it's a lion. That's what they think about it at this point. Like it don't make no sense.
It's the same shape, kinda. Like
They both the same animal, I guess. I don't know. The same past,
Yeah,
different story.
like
Who
we were
knows?
just so invested in Oba winning, and Oba won just to not
just to
do
not, just
anything.
to say fuck it.
Just to be like, I'm going over here to deal with the beast incarnate. Like we don't care about that. Speaking of someone that needs to deal with a beast, LA Knight's gotta stop getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Because he got a whole new name now. Lame ass.
They keep doing him so dirty. Like it's just,
Jacob pop out the woodwork on him, hit him to the wall and said, lame ass.
I just LA Knight. I just don't understand where they go with LA Knight. His character,
He lost it. He lost to Jimmy on a pinup. So all right, Solo said, "I'm gonna come out and help you out here." Spike Jimmy in the throat. Then he got super kicked. Then he was about to go deal with his problem. Got ran into by Jacob Fatu. Bro is not catching a break, and he's talking about, "I'm gonna be the next person that wins that title if you win Seth Rollins." Like, are you gonna make it there if you keep messing with this family?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Roman's going to lose. That's the sad part. I just think it's going to be the same old, man. Like, and then really, who's going to help out? Who's going to be there to help Seth when you think about it? Because you know how at least Roman has the bloodline, right? They're going to be interference. They're going to do what they do to make sure he stays with the title. But what they going to call the Street Profits? They don't have no power.
It ain't really gonna be the bloodline. It's gonna be Jacob Fatu they gotta worry about, and who they gonna have fight Jacob? LA Knight. You see what happens every time he tries? He gets dog walked.
I don't. The way Rome. So I'm gonna say this.
But Roman's not gonna have him.
Last couple of matches have been no interference matches. Mm-hmm. He has not allowed the bloodline to interfere in his matches.
Which is true.
If you think about it. So I don't think he's going. I think because they're setting up the storyline that he has to be. Now I'm not saying Roman ain't been cheating. We definitely been seeing his ass cheating with the turnbuckle and the steel steps and no.
Listen, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. A lot of people cheat in WWE at this point.
But I don't think he's going to allow the Seth match to be interfered with because Seth Rollins is the only person he hasn't beaten. Right. So I think he wouldn't. Knowing how they make Roman persona, he's not built like that to feel like he had to win because of the bloodline. He's kind of on like, I gotta win to show that I'm the leader, but I got these people behind me to show y'all I'm not the one to fuck with. Like that's kind of like I can respect that he hasn't really let the bloodline unless he like even when he fought Jacob, like they could have, but he had to basically show Jacob that he could put him in his place. Now, what's going to happen to SummerSlam? Is somebody going to turn on them? Is Jacob going to turn? I think it's too soon to get Jacob to turn just yet.
Yeah, too soon.
You don't think it's too soon?
It's too soon.
I think it's too soon.
Yeah, I don't think it's too soon for him to turn. I think they're still waiting for some pieces. Like I know we talk about Zillify 2. We still got Solo. I think Solo and LA Knight are eventually going to somehow become a thing, a weird bloodline thing they got going on. The cousin line, the honorary Oos line. Put Sami Zayn in there. He got the way. He don't got nothing else to do. So put him in there.
He gonna be a second honorary Oos. They gonna call him the honorary out here. Okay, yes. I don't know.
So what you said, the Oofa Foofa.
Oofa Foofa. The Ula Ala.
The Oofalafa.
The Oofalafa.
Matter of fact, where's your Oofalafa, man? You don't got your
First of all, chill on my Ulafala. I got it right here, but we don't need to talk about that right now. Matter of fact,
Roman Reigns gonna be tight next Monday. He's gonna come back and he's like, y'all gonna let Phil win the title on my
Roman's gonna be mad. Seth is gonna come out probably say something. He'll be like, "So Phil, you got another one. Remember what I told you though. As long as you hold that belt, the more I'm gonna hunt you down. Because if Seth doesn't beat Roman, we know he's gonna go fight Phil. Because he just hates him. Like, he hates the way he walks, the way he talks. He hates the way he dressed. Like he hates everything about this man."
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah. I hate CM Punk.
Why do you hate CM Punk, Carl? Why?
Because he cheated Sami Zayn. He had no issues with Phil before this.
Sami Zayn fan before that, so that's not.
Nah. I just don't like. Just come back to me on that question. If I can
you gotta think about it.
Man. Like, it's no particular real reason that I hate him, or it's just that
it's I like because to see his name is CM Punk.
Right, and then I like to
take away his name. Everything about him is what you've been asking for in championship. Everything about him. You just take away his name.
Do your feel.
I just feel as though somebody else needs a shot. I think Phil wasn't the guy that should have took the belt. That's just my opinion of it. And they could have put anybody else in that spot to take the belt off of. They could have put Oba to come out there and take it off. But
Again, Oba's too worried about Brock Lesnar and fighting Brock Lesnar in the Hell in the Cell, so he can. I'm gonna beat you, Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna do this.
but
My God.
But think of how much better that match would have been if he would have got the belt.
Oba?
No.
Sammy would have got murdered.
No, listen. Sammy versus Oba. Oba would have beat him and got the belt. Then at SummerSlam, it would have been Brock Lesnar versus Oba, Hell in a Cell, and the belt on the line.
But Brock
that would have been a
Lesnar
better
doesn't
match.
want to be a champion. He's made it very clear that he's okay with being part-time.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. He would have
Where
lost,
he needs
and that
to
would have been
be.
the end of it, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least he could have said, my last match was a championship match. That's what I was saying,
But he don't care. That's the thing. He really don't care. Like, you can tell by the way he shows up that he don't.
This man said, "I don't watch the shows." We know you watching the shows. How else you know Oba was talking about you?
Well,
Oh, why?
You know to show up in sweatpants and not jeans this week.
So they don't rip. Let's talk about it. He said,
for a third time, huh, Brock?
Brock said, "We retire in the pants."
I people were saying your promos were trash if you don't watch the show. Like, I don't. I just don't understand.
Like, that didn't make any sense. He's like, "I don't watch the show." Bullshit. But anyways, we gonna leave that one out of there.
Y'all need to give him grace and mercy, grace and mercy,
I ain't giving nobody grace and mercy. Y'all don't want to give my man Phil any grace or mercy. Fuck all of them. Fuck Brock Lesnar. Fuck Sami Zayn. Fuck Triple H. Who else? I ain't gonna say fuck Roman Reigns, cause I kind of fuck with him, but fuck him sometimes too. Fuck Seth Rollins. Fuck The Vision. Fuck Maxine Dupree. Who else I want to say fuck this week? I ain't really mad at Adam Pearce. He did his job. I mean, you can't get mad. He was doing two things at once, He brought SmackDown to Raw, and I was hyped for that. Because we haven't seen that in a long time where somebody, like, basically took the whole show and was like, come over here, bitch. Let me help y'all get some views.
Right. Because if you think about it, realistically, they did that to basically cross the people over in order to get viewers because nobody's watching SmackDown. That's what they about to do now. Watch. They're going to take Roman and throw him on a SmackDown episode. Man.
And they cut SmackDown by an hour now, I think, until January. It's not
correct.
3 hours anymore. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, it's down 2 hours again versus the 3 hours.
So they definitely need, they need to be doing something in the background because, now what else do you talk about? Oh, why you play my girl Raquel like that? I don't know. That's nothing against Soruka. But I don't know where that bitch been at ever since she got the belt. But why you put Raquel like that?
Because she's never going to be a champion. She's never going to get a belt. Never.
We can't hear you, Ahmad.
She's never going to get a belt. Not while she's in the Judgment Day. Until she gets out of the Judgment Day, that's when she'll get a belt. Until then, it's always going to be about the Liv Morgan show, which God, I'm tired of talking about that now too. Can't wait for Io to come out and take that belt so that way Io can hold it for a couple of weeks and then lose it herself. But
Io having longer than 9 days?
Yeah, because she's Io Sky, not because she's Zayn.
It's facts. Io might hold that bitch for like a month and a half before they were like, okay.
Io don't even speak English, and she's a better wrestler.
That's crazy. Y'all are some Sami Zayn dislikers.
Wani Zayn. I told you, I don't like Wani Zayn. Go back to who he was. Bring Kevin Owens back, man, because he need him apparently to build back to how he was, because I'm tired of this. I hope he go heel. I hope so. I hope in my soul, because I want to see a better version. Because not that he's not a great in-ring wrestler. I think he's a decent wrestler. And I think that he does have the ability to be a great champion, but putting on him belt at this point, they just did that was just like for kicks and giggles.
That was a petty belt. They said, listen, we're gonna let you be a petty champion for like a week. Not even 9 days. 9 days, 2 hours.
CM Punk return makes sense. We're not gonna take the belt for Roman, but people are
that's gonna be
tired
too much.
of seeing Cody with the belt.
All I gotta say is, thank God we don't have to see Cody be QB1 anymore. So I don't have to hear him come out. So what you want to talk about today? When you gonna lose the title? Because you lost it. We here for it.
I mean, Cody
Um,
gonna come back like,
Cody,
what happened?
ah,
oh
man,
God,
I just
he better come back. Homelander Cody, angry, want to get something back,
but
get it back
but
in
this
blood on Gunther.
is the crazy thing. Y'all been talking about Homelander Cody for almost a year now. You know what I mean? And it's still it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I
They're
don't think
not
it's
gonna turn him heel. They're just not gonna do it. Like
They try to
he's
make
the
him the
new
next
John
John
Cena.
Cena, and
Yeah.
we don't need another John Cena. We just need him to be some
I don't think it's
original.
gonna happen. But Cody would
It's
be such a great champ. I mean, Cody would be such a great wrestler heel right now in this point because of how peak he is. Like, even though people say there's a lot of haters and a lot of, Cody supporters, but he's still a peak wrestler. Like, he's still
mhm.
currently like in the top 10 wrestlers, in this industry. So having him turn heel at a point where he's kind of peaking or consistently with the gold around him would be a good way to kind of like shake things up for him. But
Make it
yeah,
nice for
I,
him.
I think they're going to kind of make him like the next John Cena. It's a little like crazy because he don't
He
get that.
wants he wanted to be John Cena so bad that he started taking his persona and started doing all this other stuff. Only thing he doesn't got is the jorts on. That's pretty much it.
But he might change up and get something. You know what I mean?
If that man comes out in jorts, I will throw eggs at him. I will boo that man. I will boo that man to existence.
Yeah, they just make me so mad, man.
But going back to the whole thing with Roxanne, not Roxanne,
Raquel. All right.
We lost him again. Well, Raquel, yeah. I mean, I hope the Judgment Day breaks up at SummerSlam. Please.
But this is the thing. They should have been broke up though, man. Like they they're lasting longer than the NW. I mean, like the NWO was for years and years and years. And it's like the Judgment Day don't have nothing that's like relevant to them, man. Like I dislike everything about them. Also, like when it comes like people just like CM Punk and the Judgment Day. Those two people. Those are two groups of people that I dislike. Like I don't know. Like, what do you think could make the Judgment Day better, right? If you had to sit there, if you had to retool the Judgment Day, what would you do with the Judgment Day?
If I had to retool them, like actually, like
Uh-huh.
so, if I had to keep them, is what you're saying.
Uh-huh. Right. If you had to keep the Judgment Day, what would you
If I
do?
had
What
to
would you
keep
do differently?
Judgment Day, what would be a good retool? First of all, Dom needs a belt. Doesn't
get
make
rid
any
of
sense.
Roxanne.
Yeah,
Let her
get
be
rid
a
of Roxanne.
let her
She
be
don't think
by
that.
herself. Um, l- let JD have more matches, but he's not just getting beat the hell up.
Yeah, they
I
need
feel
they need somebody strong.
so. If you had to
Like so
change
when
up
it
the
was
Judgment Day,
like when
like
it was like Damian Priest, Rhea,
yeah,
Damian Priest, Rhea, Dirty Dom Liv, like JD, Finn, it made sense because they were like they all had something. Like Rhea was like the
Yeah,
leader, Damien was the
the
brass,
muscle.
like
He was the
you
the
muscle.
know, yeah, like
the new Undertaker.
they need like some
The
muscle.
bisexual Undertaker.
Yeah,
Wow,
Hey,
no,
that's that's what they was calling him for a minute.
wow.
I would
That,
say I would switch out, get rid of Roxanne, switch out Raquel, bring in Bronson Reed.
okay.
hmm. I mean, to me, like the vision, right? I have no problem with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I think, excuse me, the Austin Theory and
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is what does it. What's name to me? Like when they had Seth, they was good to me, But when you add Logan Paul and them, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like,
Logan
especially
Paul
Austin
is
Theory.
trying to be the new wise man. You see how he was trying to hype them up after that title. Oh, you guys are great. You guys did this. I love you. He's like, brother, why are you screaming? It's just y'all back there. The camera can hear you. What you screaming about?
He gotta earn that check, man. What you mean?
Division makes sense when they had brains behind the operation. Now that none of them have no brains, it don't make
Besides, I guess besides Maxine, that's the new
yeah.
brains that came in. So she the only one that
Now
did
I'm
something
gonna say
right.
this: the one thing I know about WWE that's always been true. Once you put a woman inside of a group that's predominantly male, that shit about to get fucked up.
They about to
Like
explode.
it's about to get fucked up. Whether I we done seen it with the Hardy Boys, we done seen it with Hardy Boys, Eddie Christian, we done seen it with Stephanie McMahon and we done see it with China DMX. We done see all these things happen. Liv Morgan in the Judgment Day. Like so once you put a woman in the group, and nothing against my female wrestlers,
That
that's
wasn't in there at the beginning. That wasn't like the original plan to be in there.
yeah. Once she get inserted, especially someone who came in sneakily, yeah,
Mhm.
they gonna sneak their asses through that. She gonna
They gonna
Austin
give.
Theory about to start watch. Austin Theory about to start being crazy and shit. He about to start thinking that he need to be the leader and shit because of her. Watch. They gonna have him start doing watch. I
He about to.
guarantee
He about to lose his mind. He got a
Look,
title
look,
now. He got a
she's
girl.
predicting. She's predicting it right now that he about to lose his mind.
it.
Mhm.
But lose his mind. Yeah. You
And
gonna
the
see her
worst
and
part
Paul
is, it's
Heyman.
true.
They could have a little side checks plotting to destroy the group and shit. Watch. I already know how this story goes.
He
It's
gonna go
gonna
to
happen.
Logan Paul saying he don't need them. It's him and Logan Paul together.
hmm She gonna start. He gonna start having her say certain things to certain members individually and shit, thinking they talking about each other.
She gonna be
That's
like,
crazy.
"Hey, you know what Brian Breaker said about you, right? He said you can't wrestle out here."
She gonna forget the brass knucks and shit. Watch. See, like, that's about to be. Division is finally done. Hopefully, all these groups just need to be re-scrapped and redone. Come on.
They don't need groups anymore. They don't need factions, man. Because the factions, they don't really be wrestling. Like they just need just
they
individuals.
they there for paychecks at this point.
That's the thing I don't like about you. Right, you said it right, Carl. Factions don't really be wrestling no more. They just be like y'all, like Mar said, just there for checks because, like,
Yeah.
even like the Bloodline, they
hmm
kind of wrestling.
Like if
Well,
we
you
went
got to think
back,
about the bloodline. All you had in the bloodline wrestling was Roman. Then you had Jay. Jimmy wasn't doing nothing. Solo wasn't doing nothing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, and even now when you look at him, Jacob stopped wrestling.
you stopped Jacob from
Jim,
wrestling. He was wrestling when he wasn't in the
right,
Bloodline.
yeah,
right.
Jacob came out just
J-
to be an enforcer to beat people up and then leave. He said, "All right, I'm gonna whoop you real quick, and then I'm gonna get in the limousine and go back to the hotel, and we gonna eat and have a good
Jimmy's
time."
wrestling. Jimmy's wrestling more than he's ever wrestled. You know what I mean?
Since the last
Like,
since 4 years ago when he was when he's in the tag team. So
right.
this is the most
Like,
I've
I'm
seen
just
Jimmy do
curious
something.
what they're gonna do for the 2 nights of SummerSlam. I'm just trying to, cause they don't seem like they got much to work with. Um,
I mean, they
We
still
might
have they still have technically 3 weeks to build it up.
okay, you're
we
right.
might see a Randy Orton come back, which hey, I'm here for that. But Randy been on the show for a little too long. We need to see Randy back in the ring, at least punt kicking somebody in the head and dipping out. Um, we probably gonna see Jade Cargill there again fighting Tiffany Stratton for the U.S. title because of all the run-ins, or her and Charlotte finally gonna just be duking it out in the middle of the ring for a good 10,
I
20
mean, we
minutes.
still don't know what's going on with Rhea's belt.
That is true. So they might just throw it up as like, hey, Rhea
Yeah,
can't
because she
compete anymore.
still already chose her person, so
hmm
it's
We
still
gonna
another belt that we don't know what's going on.
we gonna see a gauntlet come up pretty soon for the vacant women's championship belt, and then it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. We won't see a couple run-ins, and we might see it depending on how those run-ins go. It might fall in Jade's favor. It might fall in Charlotte's favor. I'm not mad with either one of those two at this point. To be completely honest, Jade has gotten better as a wrestler. I will say at first I wasn't the biggest fan of her. I said that bitch couldn't wrestle. She's gotten a little bit better. She's not as sloppy as she once was. Are they give it to Charlotte? Hey, wouldn't be mad about that either. Charlotte Flair coming out with another more gold on her waist, being Charlotte Flair, getting her knee broken again. We might see it. Who knows? All I know is that's gonna be the last two that's in there.
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, I'm still not convinced Jade needs a belt yet. I mean, I'm just still not convinced yet. I don't think she put in enough. She definitely has become a better wrestler. I would 100% agree with you. From last year to now, 100% better wrestler. But I don't think she needs a belt yet. First of all, to me, she gotta let go of the Meech and the B fab in order for her to get a championship. I hate to
Because
say it. I
because
don't like it.
where did this come from? She was always one of those like, no, I'm gonna do it by myself. I'm gonna get it my own way. And then here comes Beach and the Mayfab, just, hey, can we hang out with you?
Yeah,
Come
we're
on.
not doing anything anyway. We're trying to get our contracts cut, so we need to do something. But I just, like
It was like a
I
come
now
on.
has it made them better wrestlers? Yes.
It's got
I
them more
think
time on the screen
got them
for
more
100%.
time. Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I would say shout out to Jay because her match with Chelsea Green on SmackDown was a pretty good match.
It
Like
was
her and
decent. It was good.
Chelsea, they did a pretty
That
good
was a
job.
chemistry. That was chemistry. I
That's
mean, even her and Tiffy at Night of Champions. That was a
yeah.
pretty decent one. Despite it with all the run-ins that happened, it was still a pretty decent match. I was like, okay, I'm not even mad about this. Of course, Tiffy was going to keep that belt because they just gave it to her not that
They
long
just
ago. So
gave
we're
it.
like, I was saying
Like
they just gave it to her. So I was like, if she would have dropped the belt to Jade Cargill, I'd have been sitting here like,
I guess people was
what?
upset because they felt like because Jay beat her for the women's championship, it should have been easy. But I think people forgot also that Tiffy was injured.
She
That's
was
why
fighting
Jay
with
got
injury.
the belt. It wasn't. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, she was injured. She was gonna that belt was gonna come off her regardless. So
Uh-huh.
now you got a healthy Tiffy who wasn't bullshit, who wasn't a bullshit
No,
champion. She was a
no,
pretty decent women's champion. Like
she didn't drop a fight to anyone when she was a champion before she even got hurt. She was out here running the division for a little bit to a point where we were like, Tiffy is that bitch.
Yeah, so
Shout out
it's
Tiffy.
like I don't know why people's upset that. I mean, I get it because people feel like Jade is one of the other wrestlers that kind of get the short end of the stick. I mean, I love Jade Cargill. Again, same thing how I feel about Sami Zayn. I like Jade what she was before she won the belt. Afterwards, it's like after Naomi left wrestling, it's like they didn't know what to do with Jade, so they just gave her a
Shit,
bunch of bullshit.
we might see Naomi come back. We might get it. We might see Bianca come back.
No, Bianca's still
Mar-
pregnant. She ain't
Shit.
popped yet.
I'm about to say both of them still like full blown
No,
pregnant.
No,
Naomi should have had her baby by now.
that her baby should be out.
It
They
should have
should have
been her.
another.
She should
There
have
should
had her
be another
baby.
little loose running around somewhere.
Yeah, it would have been like June that she would have been technically due. But yeah, Bianca, she probably she's still because she just did another photo shoot or some shit like that. So we ain't gonna see her. I don't know if we're gonna. I think it's still too soon to see Naomi because after a woman gives birth, she has a certain time frame that she wants to be with her
Mm.
child, which is understandable. I think
Yeah,
we'll probably
100%.
see her maybe closer to Survivor Series. I mean, if you notice that they didn't do Evolution this year because
I mean,
that would have happened already, right? Because it happened in the summer. It happened before SummerSlam last year.
yep. I
So we didn't
mean,
do Evolution this year.
we just gonna
So
see we just gonna see the same matches that we've seen at Night of Champions a little bit, just with a little bit more female wrestlers there
not that many
because
female wrestlers left. So I
yeah,
mean, as much as it
because
was last year, I would say.
they was hitting the chopping block. They said they looked at her and said one of them said, "You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta
Yeah,
go." Oh, the crowd likes you. You gotta go.
you can go to
Oh,
NXT.
listen. Speaking of people that were like, "Oh, let's see how this goes." Bailey wants to go now talk to Lyra Valkyria next week to have a face to face conversation. Like, hey, why'd you do me so dirty? It's like,
I'm
listen,
tired of this. I'm, I'm
just
so tired of Bailey and
just
Lyra. I'm
just
so
throw
tired of
hands.
it.
Just
Yeah,
throw the hands. It would be
you
done.
see this week. You see this week. I didn't talk about the bird lady.
I,
Like I just
I
left the
just
bird lady alone.
it's not even against the fact that how you feel about it. It's just that they've been building this feud for like literally a year now.
Hmm. And
Like they're
now
friends,
one match
foes,
came out of it.
friends, they're foes, they're friends, like I'm over it. Like I'm just done. Either give them belts or let them go and be their own champions because it wasn't nothing against Bailey, but it wasn't until they put Lyra with Bailey where she started to kind of
Getting back to being Bailey.
yeah, like like because
Like,
Lyra was a champion before Bailey just started to do all the crazy shit she was doing. Like just either let them be separate or let them have this one last match like they did with Braun and stuff, and let it be done with. Because I'm tired of them.
Well,
I'm crazy.
I
I'm
think
crazy.
Bailey's gonna leave. Just like have you seen the reports that Sheamus' contract is up and he's gone. He's on the alumni section of WWE, but I
Shout out
really feel
Sheamus.
like Bailey is gonna do the same thing, man.
He was promoted.
Like she just need to go to AEW. Huh?
He was promoted the fan.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
He was dethroned to a spectator. they said, listen, we got to get the name Sheamus back too. You can't be calling yourself that now. You're not wrestling anymore. We got to get that back. Go back to your original name.
But Bailey, I can see it. I mean, nothing against it. I mean, I wouldn't be sad about it. I mean, what is
It's
Bailey?
Bailey we
I
talking
like
about
Bailey,
here.
but
She had her chances back in the day. The only reason she's still there because she's one of the 4 horsewomen. But other than that, I don't really see anything else special about her. She had her title shots. She has become champions, and that's really about it. But we have had some good talks about everything today. We've had some highs, some lows, some what the fucks. We've also had some, hey, CM Punk's champion now. Shout out to CM Punk, of course, again. But this is your boy Ahmad. We got Rainy Days out here. Rainy, shout out to your podcast.
Hold up. Before you finish that,
Go ahead.
shout out to the Algorithm Podcast. You know, the Algorithm Podcast is doing numbers on YouTube right now. Shout out to the Algorithm Podcast. You know.
Anywho, shout out to the Algorithm Podcast. We gonna leave that one alone there for a second because we're gonna turn this to a whole nother 10-minute discussion. But it's your boy Ahmad again with Rainy Days here with your boy CJ, the Zone 18 Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram. The more views that we get, the more love that we feel back, the more we can keep doing this and keep entertaining y'all and having fun with it. But we out. Deuces, ooses.